Damn, it looks like YouTube is stuck again. Because it's so damn hard to get a stream going on YouTube. Oh wait, now it's streaming on YouTube. It just took a little while. Okay. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Can we see the events here? Content, live. Here. Go live. Here, this is done. All right, so we are live on YouTube. And let's see. Even though Restream says I'm live on Twitch, I did have some problems the other, like earlier. So, oh yes, looks like I'm actually live. Wow. I've been struggling so much to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I never expected it to be this difficult, but it was all a matter of setting the right output settings in my OBS. And now it works quite well, apparently. So yay, welcome to the stream. I was just writing a topic on my Skool community. The other day we had a really nice discussion about desk setups. This is my brother's setup. It's just awesome. And some other guys have been sharing their setups, and I was just writing a post about my own setup. Because this is my current setup. And I want to make some improvements. And what got me into this, what led me to making this post was that I had to clean up my desk for the exam tomorrow. Because tomorrow I have my CKS exam tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. And I like that. I like to have it early in the morning. And you can only have one screen available during that exam. And I used to have a screen here. So I used to have one screen. This is my screen. Then there's another screen here. And then I have my MacBook open like this. So this is how I work every day. And I knew I was going to, I needed to do it. So I actually took away the second screen a few days ago already because I needed to clean something. And I took it away and I kind of just thought, well, maybe I should just try having one screen for a while, just switching things up. And actually, I really like it. I really like how much cleaner it looks, how much more space I have on my desk to the left of me. So here is the audio interface that I need for my microphone here. And I really like it. And it inspired me to maybe do some more work on my setup because this... This mouse pad is like, what, 12 years old or something? And I want to replace that with something better. Many people have this kind of woolen setup here. What did I? Oh, I just showed you. Let me see. Where is this? Desk update. Here we go. So he has this kind of pad here with his mouse and his keyboard on it. And I really like this this look of the white keyboard on the wood. So maybe a woolen pad is not really what I need. Yeah, cable management, right? Hey, do I have a colleague here? AEVA? Who can that be? Uh, is that you, Alex? Yeah, cable management, right? I have a job to do there. So yeah, I want to get a different lamp. I want this is just an old lamp I have. I actually only use this desk lamp here, and I want to get another desk lamp. And I was thinking of maybe getting something like, um, let's see, staande lamp kantoor. Yeah, I was thinking of getting something like this at IKEA because I already have the IKEA Zigbee stuff, so I can just control the lights from my home assistant that I have here. Here I have my kitchen light, and I can just control it. So it's going to be really neat to have that over there and just be able to control my light from my home assistant. So that was the plan, and you are not allowed to answer that question. Okay, well I will have to I'll have to yeah, I'll probably lose sleep tonight about this. Yep, I just scared the go. So somebody got really scared about that. Yeah, that's for sure. No, I live a very fortunate life where I can just be alone and have everything to myself. So yeah, I was just writing this post, and then I uh, figured I would start streaming already. So I'm just gonna write a post, and on the CKS studies, I had such a good result this morning. I Yeah, I did it, and I had 70 questions correct out of 73. So yeah, I felt very confident, and I actually feel very confident about that exam. So I don't think I actually need another 2 hour round on that. So I've I spoke to a good friend of mine. He's actually my mentor, my technical mentor, and a very dear friend. And he actually said, "You know enough. Just relax for the rest of the day." And I kind of took his advice because going into an exam with a relaxed, calm mind is also very useful. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this post. Then I'm going to do a couple of more Killer Coda scenarios just to brush things up. And then I'm just going to chill for a bit and maybe look into some desk gear. So, let's see. This is my current setup. Feels like time some improvement soon. Apart from the microphone and the audio interface, it has remained virtually unchanged for 2 years. The mouse pad on the right is how old is that? I bought that in that must be 2015. I was living in Norway and working at Bandak. So that's 7 years old. Oh, it's over 7 years old. I really like the look of the small white keyboard on the wooden, so I don't think I want anything underneath that yet, unless I can keep the aesthetic somehow. I normally have another screen on the left side, right next to the audio interface. The CKS exam doesn't allow two screens. So I prematurely remove a second screen from my setup. I've come to like the minimal setup a lot. Yeah. And I think I'll try working with just one screen and the MacBook screen for a while. So what category should I put this in? This is going to be in Home Lab? No. Just general discussion. Post. So definitely gonna do some work on that. If you manage the Killer.sh exams, you're more than prepared for the actual exam, I've been told. Yeah, they actually say that in the Killer.sh too. They say that it's much harder than the actual exam. And I had the same experience when I did the CKA. And yeah, that was also a really hard one, but it's then I also did the Killer.sh and I could do that. And now I've done Killer.sh. I finished all of the 20 questions and I had 20 minutes left. I had a high score of 70 out of 73. And the main exam is 2 hours and it doesn't even have as many questions. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I felt pretty good. But I still AEVA. Who can you be? AEVE. A. AEVA. Are you are you a colleague of my current employment or a place where I used to work? Well, you're a colleague, so that implies you are at my current workplace. Hmm. Well, well. So I finished that topic, and I was gonna do a couple of more killer coda. Maybe I'll do a couple more. Maybe I don't. I'll see. I'm just gonna see if I feel I lack anything. The Killer.sh did not have as much role-based access control though, so that might be good to just get a couple of more practice rounds with role-based access control. Yeah, API server, I've done plenty of that. This was a really fun scenario though. API server misconfigured. CSR, container image footprint. Yeah. CIS benchmarks with Kubebench, I've done those. Changing Falco rules, the image policy webhook setup. I did that this morning, and it's likely that that will come in the exam too. Let's see. Network policies, I've done quite a couple of them already. Yeah, maybe I'll just do a few RBAC and a few network policies, and then we should be golden. We should be golden. Oh yeah, mounting a service account token. Well, I haven't done that for a bit either. Let's do that one. Mounting a service account. Start. So, as always, tmux set-ovi for superior editing mode. Modify the config file to disable the mounting of service account token into that pod. Well, that's easy. Just remove that line of service account name. Oops, K apply F. That's created. Verify that the service account token hasn't been mounted into the pod. KN1 describe pod1 and pipe that to less. Oh, maybe I should turn on screen keys. Is that even on? No. Keycaster. Okay, so now you should see my keys. Oh, like this. Mounts var run secrets Kubernetes service account. Yeah, so it has another service account already. It has its own service account, but not a different one. So we deleted another one. Yeah, so it failed actually. Verify that the service account hasn't been mounted into the pod. That's interesting. Didn't I delete that? I have been deceived. Why is that mounted into the pod then? Modify the config file to disable the mounting of service account token into the pod. Interesting. I thought I had that. That was very easy, but nope. Let's check out if the docs say anything about that. Actually, I haven't been using service accounts at all in the Killer.sh. Configure service accounts for pods. Here, opt out of API credential auto mounting. So here is another one. So maybe we have to set this parameter. So let's see, k delete pod1, and then it was vim opt ks pod1, and then we add this, and then we can apply it again. Describe. So service. Okay, so now it doesn't have a service account. It seems. Yeah, there's no secrets mounting. So now it should do validate. Yeah, validation successful. That was it. Yep, I'm taking the exam tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. So that's what? Almost 12 hours from now? Modify the default service account in namespace 2 to prevent any pod that uses it from mounting its token by default. Well, I'm happy I'm practicing this before. I haven't been doing anything with service accounts in Killer.sh, so it's good to get this a bit fresh. So K namespace 2 edit service account. here, and then is that under spec? No, it's just a parameter of the service account API. Auto mount service account token false. And then apply the configuration file up to namespace 2. So let's check that out first. Yeah, so in every namespace, there is a default service account, and that's the one that we just edited. And we said, don't auto mount this service account into the pod. So when we apply this, it shouldn't mount into that pod. Okay, apply F. And then KN2, describe pod 2, pipe that to less so I can scroll. And let's see, I don't see any mounts. So there is no service account being mounted into this pod. So when I hit check now, validation successful, and I've solved the challenge. Yay. So that was good. I did a round on that one. Back to the scenarios. Create a pod with service account that uses secrets. Okay, that might be an exam question. Let's try that one. Tmux set-ovi. Create a new namespace. Okay, create ns secure, and perform everything following in there. So then I will do k config set context current namespace is ns secure. Oops. Current. So then, okay, create service account secret manager, and then create secret sec a2 with any file content of your choice. So cat etc. Oh, how do you do that again? Create a secret with any file content. Oh yeah, you have to do it from file. So k create secret generic, and then there is, let's see, from file here. Create secret generic, my secret from file. So k create secret generic sec a2 from file etc hosts. So if I then k get secret sec a2 o YAML, here we see it has hosts and quite a long string there. And if I take that and I do echo that to base 64 -d, then you see that there is this etc host file with all the IP addresses and yeah, just the etc host file. So that's pretty cool. And then yes, that is done. Validation failed. What? Oh, I also have to create a secret with any literal content of your choice. So k create yeah, from literal here. So k create secret generic sec a1 from literal hello is world. Check. Right. Then create a pod secret manager with image HTTPD Alpine, which uses the new service account. So run secret manager. Image is HTTP Alpine. Dry run is client. And output that to YAML into the file pod.yaml. Vim pod.yaml. Close this window. And then in the pod, you just do service account name here. Copy. Under spec. Yeah, spec. So spec service account name, which uses the new service account. And what was the get sa? Okay, get sa secret manager. That was the name. Secret manager. Make secret sec A1 available as environment variable. All right. Let's see. That is containers, and then here there should be env. Env from. And I forget the syntax. Let's see. Env from. It's secret and then name. Env from. Why doesn't it have a env from on this page? I have to go to secret probably. Env from here. Env from secret ref, and then name is test secret. That's it. Env from secret ref, name test secret. So okay, that looks correct. This just needs one more indentation. Okay. And then the secret sec A1. No, it's not env from because I have to name the environment variable. Damn it. Then it is here. Here we go. Value from. That's it. Env value from. That's what I need. Env from just takes the entire secret, but I need to name the secret. That's a requirement in the thing here. So env from needs to go. Delete these lines. Okay. Env name. That is sec A1. Value from is going to be the sec A1. And I think I called that hello. And then mount secret sec A2 into the pod read only under etc sec A2. So I am already on the right page for that. Here's the volume mounts. Copy. So then we add the volume mounts to the container here. That's on container level. Close this window. Volume mounts. Then the secret name can be this, and then Etsy sec a2 read only, and then the volume is from the secret sec a2. And let's see here, the volumes is on the pod level, so that's correct. Okay. Okay, apply F. No, wait, which namespace? Here, it has to be in namespace NS secure. Okay, apply F pod.yaml. Okay, exec IT pod secret manager shell. Then if I go to cd etsy, and then it was sec a2. Here is the secret, and here is hosts. And if I cat that, I get this decoded secret. So that's the Etsy host file that we saw. And then if I do env grep, we called it sec. Here is our sec a2 with the key of world from our secret. So I dare say I know this as well. Check. Successful, yay. How is the stream doing? Oh, I have 6 people on YouTube and 2 on Twitch, apparently. I am still very paranoid about this restream thing because I was struggling so much to get the streams to work. And now it seems to be working quite well. And I'm happy about that. Okay. Because I do plan to stream quite a lot more in the future, actually. When I did the CKS marathon this weekend, it was actually quite a nice feeling having people tune in. And I've gotten some other messages that people feel inspired by what I do and that they like my content. Also, when I'm just sitting here and typing and not necessarily talking a lot. And I get that. I didn't really get that before, but RWX Rob, he does these co-working streams where he just films himself working on another laptop working. And yeah, there's something about that of seeing someone else work. It can be motivating. And I'm a very motivated, focused guy who is able to focus and work for long stretches at a time, just keeping at it. And yeah, maybe it can help people. So I expect to be doing a bit more streaming in the future, also because I have such a nice setup for it now. Like, it's so easy with this setup. All I have to do is literally just sit down and I pull the mic towards me, I open OBS, and then I can go. So it has become a very frictionless setup. And I have all of the audio stuff that you see around here. Wait, maybe I can show you that. I have this newer fancy little camera too that I can actually control from my machine, so I can show you around the room a bit with the camera. That's actually quite fun. So I'm controlling this from my PC, and here you see the wall behind me, and here is a bookshelf. There, that's just a bookcase containing some books. So all of my entire office. Wow, this camera has a huge range. I didn't know I could move like that. So this is the ceiling you see here. And all of my walls are covered with this sound foam because I'm a bit obsessed of getting good sound quality. Wait, can this thing go 360 degrees? Wow, that's amazing. No, wait, it can't. Okay. It almost went to 360. Well, like it can't go infinitely, but it can see the whole room. That's quite fun. I didn't know that. You can actually see my entire room from this thing. That's fun. So yeah, I have a good setup for all of the stuff, and I spent a lot of money investing in it because I think it's fun and interesting, and maybe it can help people. Like I was saying about the co-working, maybe I can inspire people somehow. Let's see. Yep. So that was a fun tour with the camera. And all right. So what was I saying? Yeah, that I want to be streaming a bit more in the future. And okay, I've done some service accounts. I did practice some with secrets. That was good. Now let's do a little bit more of RBAC and maybe a network policy, and then I call it a day. Then I feel I'm in control. RBAC service account permissions. Sticking on with the service account theme. Tmux set-o vi. There are existing namespaces NS1 and 2. Create service account pipeline in both namespaces. Let's do that first. K N NS1 create service account pipeline and do the same in NS2. These service accounts should be allowed to view almost everything in the whole cluster. You can use the default cluster role view for this. They should be allowed to create and delete deployments in their namespace. So k create cluster role binding help. K create cluster role binding NS1 in namespace NS1. Cluster role is view, and then service account is NS1 dash colon NS1. Oh, missing a space there. And it didn't have the Vim key binding, so I have to press the arrow, unfortunately. Here, set-ovi. Okay. Then I do the same for namespace 2. Okay. Now I created the cluster role bindings in a namespace. Maybe I shouldn't have done that actually. Because I always get confused about this. Can cluster role bindings live in a namespace and still reach the whole cluster? Like that's always confusing to me. Let's see, you see a really big difference with the wall insulation pads? Yeah, definitely. I used to have a lot of problems with echo with the sound. You can go back and watch my earlier videos and compare the sound quality. I actually think I have decent sound quality now with my there shouldn't be any background noise or echo, and you should hear my typing quite well. but it didn't used to be that way because it was very difficult to get good sound in this room. So I had to go to great lengths to get it. Actually, let's read up on cluster roles, cluster role bindings, because cluster role binding. I know that they are not namespaced resources. But they are not namespace, but you can create them in a namespace. So it's so weird. Cluster role can be used to grant the same permissions as a role. Because they are cluster scoped, you can grant, you can use them to grant resource to cluster scope resources. And then role binding binds it to the role in the name on namespace level. If you want to bind a cluster role to all the namespaces in your cluster, you use a cluster role binding. A role binding grants permissions within a specific namespace, whereas a cluster role binding grants that access cluster-wide. So this always confuses me. So k get n ns2 cluster role binding ns2. But if I remove the namespace of that, nano, go away. How did I even enter nano? Okay, get cluster role bindings ns2. Yeah, so I don't even have to add the n ns2. But apparently I have to describe. Yeah, I have to add the namespace because the service account lives there. That's why I need to add the namespace. Okay, so let's create roles for these on the namespace level because it's not just view. So then it is kn1 create role. They should allow to create and delete deployments in their namespace. So create role dep n1. Verb is create delete. Resource is deployment. ns1 here. So that's the role created, and then let's do it for ns2 as well. Then kn ns1 create role binding. Okay, create role binding. That also needs a bit of a special syntax. Okay, create role binding. Dep ns1. Role is dep n1. Service account is ns1 ns1. And then we do the same for ns2. Names ns2 ns2. Okay, so let's verify these. Kauth can I. Kauth can I Let's try create deploy in namespace ns1. Type that to less because with the service account there is this very special syntax here. Here, this is a very special syntax. NNS1 as system service account of namespace dev, so that is ns1, and then comes the service account name. Okay. So he can create them in namespace 1. Can he create them in set-ovi? Can he create them in namespace 2? Now it should say no. And it says no, he can't create deployments in the other namespace. But can service account 2 create deployments in namespace 2? Yes. Can he create those in ns1? No. Now, can he get deploy from ns1 as the other service account? Yes, he can. Can he get that in the cube system namespace? Yes. So he has the cluster role view. So the scenario should be fixed. Let's check it. Oh, it failed. Damn it. Oh, they need to create and delete deployments. What did I do? Okay, get role ns1. No, I did create and delete. Huh? Okay, get role ns2. I did do that. I bound those to their namespace. So why is they can create and delete deployments in their namespace. I verified they can't do it in the other namespace. So then it must be with the cluster role. They can get deployments there, but can they delete deployments in Cube System? No. What about the other one? Maybe the other one didn't get the binding. Let's check this one. No, he can't delete deployments there either. But can he get them? Yes. So he should be able to... Huh. Why isn't that working? Oh, the service account needs to be called pipeline, and I gave them the name NS1. Shit. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So here we go again. Okay, create NS1. Okay, create SAN NS1 pipeline. Oh, so I have created them. Okay, get NS2. Yeah, I did create it. I just created the role bindings all wrong. Okay. So k-auth k create role binding n ns1 role is dep n1 service account is ns1 pipeline. Do the same for namespace 2. And then k create cluster role binding n ns1 role cluster role is view service account is ns1 pipeline. All right. Now it should validate. Yay. Okay. So at least I managed to solve it and I identified the problem. So that's actually good that I made that mistake. I could identify the problem and I fixed it. So that's important with the exam tomorrow. The sound is indeed really good. Well, thank you, Felipe. I appreciate that. Getting good sound is a real challenge, but it's very important if you want to be a good content creator. I try to provide quality to my viewers, and I always appreciate it myself when I see something of good quality. So I'm actually feeling quite done with practicing. Should I do just one network policy before brushing it off? Let's polish it off with one network policy. Here we go. Oh wait, I've done this one so many times. Oh, that's not fun anymore. Like I basically know that by heart by now, this network policy. Where is the other one? Create default deny. I actually don't know. I haven't done that one in a while. It's pretty easy, but it's good to have that brushed up again. We need a new default deny network policy named deny out from all outgoing traffic from namespace app. So what you do is you search for network policy and you get the example YAML. I don't even need tmux, but out of automatism, I'm just going to do it. So vim np.yaml. It needs to be called deny out for all outgoing traffic from namespace app. So it needs to live in namespace app. It has to be all outgoing traffic. So the pod selector should be this. So it grabs all of the pods. It's an egress type policy. And it should deny out for all outgoing traffic. So actually the only thing that I need to allow here are the ports, because it should still allow port traffic on port 53, TCP and UDP. So all I have to do then is do ports, egress ports, and then protocol TCP port 53, and then do protocol UDP, and that should be it. Okay, apply fnp.yaml. Okay, and app get pods. Are there pods in there? So just for fun, well, let's just check it. Yep, it was successful. So that fixed it. Actually, does it say how to? Yeah, here it's fun to do these commands. So by execing into the pods, it cannot curl Google because it takes a while. But NSLOOKUP still works because it can get out of the port 53. So that worked. I know that one too. So yeah, I'm pretty done with practicing. I'm quite satisfied. So wish me luck for the exam tomorrow. And now I'm just gonna chill for a bit. I have it in about 12 hours. I have my exam in 12 hours, and yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I feel I've well prepared. I feel like I have it in the fingers, that I have mastered it. Well, I don't want to say I mastered it. I know good enough. I know enough to pass the exam is my feeling. And you always get a free retake. So I usually feel like really nervous and that I'm not good enough for these kinds of exams. But actually, now I feel quite confident actually going into this one. And there's always the free retake. So yeah, now it's chill time. And we were speaking of quality just now. And you know, actually the whole desk setup thing is also partially inspired by this YouTuber that I recently discovered. And it's this guy, Devas Life. He is insane. He's amazing. He's not insane. He's insanely good. He is amazing. And like, I am not really a videographer. I'm not very good at creating visual content. But sometimes I recognize good visuals when I see them. And this is one of them. Like, look how cool this is. Oh, share my screen. Like, it's so amazing. Wait, I should maybe... Let's see, can I share the sound from this? Yeah. Just him sitting here and typing and just pumping out code on NeoVim is so relaxing to watch. He is so calm when he does it. and he's sitting in this like Japanese temple, and I love monasteries and religious places. It's actually not a temple, it's just an old Japanese house, but somehow I think this looks like a bit of a monastery or something. And just look how calm he looks and how focused. I think it's so inspiring to see him. So he really inspired me, and I kind of like the Japanese somehow. They have very good sense of aesthetics, or at least it matches my aesthetic, what I like in aesthetics. And here, going back to the desk setup that I was talking about, he also has a video on his desk setup, which I thought was very good.
My old iPad stand holds my iPad at a fixed angle.
Here.
Since I've started my freelance career and working at home since 8 years ago, I've been spending hours
Really
and
nice.
hours at my desk every day. So I've been continuously improving the desk environment that
He has the
I'm
Mac
in
Pro.
to gain more productivity. Not only improving your productivity, it's also important to keep yourself healthy. In this video, I'd like to share with you guys a snapshot of the continuous process towards building the perfect desk setup for my productivity and good health. Hi, my name is Takuya.
So let's see.
At home since
But so our setups are quite
8
similar,
years
right?
ago. I've been
Here. He has a very similar setup with the Herman Miller chair that I have too. He has the Mac Pro. That's the beast of a thing. And then he has a camera here and just one screen. He's just using the one screen. And he's using a keyboard, a Keychron keyboard. But actually I can go for a setup like this. Like I really like having two screens, so at least I will always have the MacBook open. Also because I like to have the fingerprint scanner. I use that when I enter passwords all the time, so I like to have the MacBook open for that. So my setup will be similar. I just have the MacBook here, but just the one screen. So I'll have to find a way. Like now, I have a few books under my monitor stand. That's how I have it now, and I mean it does the job. But the two main areas that I want to improve are the mouse pad here and something about the screen. So I kind of like this look with this arm.
spending
Actually.
hours and hours at my desk every day. So I've been continuously improving the desk environment that I'm in to gain more productivity. Not only improving your productivity, it's also important to keep yourself healthy. In this video,
what does he have
I'd
with
like to
the
share
monitor
with you
arm
guys a snapshot of the continuous process towards building.
here?
The monitor is mounted using a monitor arm called XDR, has 3 additional XDL, which
So
has 6
he has
scale
the
resolution.
6K
That's
screen,
insane.
the Mac
display size
screen.
is big enough and it allows me to split the beam window into a lot of panes so that I can edit multiple files while referring other files.
And he has a 32-inch screen. I have 27. This is a 27-inch screen. It's this I don't even know. It's this really standard Dell 4K screen, which I'm quite happy about.
I love this narrow bezel and minimal design. Pro Display XDR has 3 additional USB-C ports behind it. I put a retractable USB cable so that I can quickly connect my phone or other devices with my Mac. The monitor is mounted using a monitor arm called Ergotron MXB, which I bought at Amazon.
Ergotron.
It frees up some desk space. It's enough stable and holds the display very well. It allows me to change the display angle and the distance quickly depending on the task.
Okay, so that actually looks like a really nice option, actually. Yeah, the arm would make it clean, right? And practical since you can move it around. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I should go for an arm. I've been kind of liking the one screen setup, and I don't think I want to go for a like this huge widescreen. I haven't gotten into those. We have them at work. Like usually I have to go into the office 1 day a week, and then we have them, and I don't really like them. Maybe I'm old school, but to have a screen like this and then to be able to move it close towards me like that would be a good option, because then I have a pretty good working position too. So what is his, let's give him some Amazon credit too if I buy it. Let's see. Here's his Amazon link. What? $245? I had no idea those things were so expensive. Damn. It looks really good though. It does look like a really good monitor arm. But let's see, there's this Dutch website here called Tweakers, and then monitor arm. Okay, so here I already see here Ergotron here, so that's a good sign. Monitor arm. Ergotron HX. This is an MXV. Ergotron. Let's see. The most viewed is the HX actually. So maybe this is like a newer iteration of it. And how is this mounted actually? Ergotron is the Apple of monitor arms. You can go for cheaper options. Yeah, I mean, that description alone, it's the Apple of monitor arms. That prickles my interest because I do like to have good hardware. Like I have no problems investing my savings in hardware that I enjoy using. Okay. Oh, here. And so there's this whole category of mounts here. And this is like the Dutch tech website. All of the good tech that is available on my in my market here in the Netherlands. That's basically here. So I'm filtering on desk mount, and then I see the most viewed mounts here. So up there is the Ergotron, and here's a Neo mount. So that's like half the price. Let's see here. Proceed. I mean, that looks pretty good too. It gets like an 8.8 out of 10. It looks like the HX is for heavy monitor. For a 27-inch, you can probably go with the LX. Okay, so the HX is for a heavy monitor. And do they have cheaper ones too then? Oh, here's an Ergotron LX. Oh yeah, that's a lot cheaper. So we were just looking at the Neo mounts. That's this one. And now here is the LX. That's 150 euros.
My name is Melody and I work in sales. Having an adjustable arm is super helpful for decluttering my desk. It raises the monitor up above and it just gives me so much more space.
Well, how
I've been
can they
reading a
have
lot
such
about
low quality
ergonomics, and
on their videos?
previously I had thought that it was all about having the right desk,
Here.
having the right chair, and I didn't realize that eye line was also just as important in preventing neck and back pains. As soon as I adjusted the height of my monitor, I could feel my posture improve, and I was able to work for longer hours without having to take a break.
Yeah, that's the thing. My current setup, like I can like move my monitor up and down. Like I do have some control and I can move it with because it's on the books. So I do have that capability already, but it doesn't look that clean though. And so does this have cable management too? It looks like it. Yeah. This does look a bit more solid than the other one though. This Neo mounts thing, it it somehow looks a bit cheap. Like this here. I don't really like the way that this plastic is looking here. That looks pretty cheap to me. This plastic covering down in the bottom here. And like the thread of the screw, it's probably a fine thing. Dewa's life is a monster of him. Yeah, he's amazing. Every engineer should put their own monitor on their books. Yeah, right. Any self-respecting engineer has their monitor on a stack of books, right? Like I have here. Yeah, okay. When I see it now, like I have this really nice MacBook and I have the audio interface. I mean, the books have to go. Like I have to think about my presence and uh, presentability. And actually, this one is 165 euros, and the Ergotron is 150. This one is actually cheaper. Really? This just looks so much more solid to me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna order this one. Hey there, Francisco. Yeah, we had a good session. I I was share my screen again. I was finishing up on some killer coda, but I actually feel quite confident about the CKS, so I didn't do another round. I felt good enough about my current situation. I feel like I can go into the exam with a good conscience. I feel pretty confident about it. So yeah, it was a pretty good session, and I did some killer coda scenarios, some more RBAC, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm just gonna get another drink. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll stream a little bit more, look into the setup, but I just need to stretch my legs a bit. I'll be back in 5 minutes or so, and You know what? In the meantime, I'm gonna put on Deva's live. He's just such an amazing. Like I want everybody to subscribe to him. I want him to get as much views and subscribers as possible because he is awesome. Maybe I should just always put him on when I have breaks. So just gonna take a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, man, he is amazing. I wanna. I'm working towards creating this kind of style of content too, because I love it. I just love the whole aesthetic, the peace and calm of it. Yeah, really cool. So, basically I decided I wanted to get this monitor arm, the Ergotron. So, here. Why does it say minimum compatible size? That should be compatible, maximum compatible. But yeah, this looks much more solid to me than the other one that we saw. Like the way this metal, I mean, I assume this is all metal. It looks much more solid than the other one that we saw, we're looking at. Oh, it can actually extend 65 centimeters. Let me see. 65 centimeters. Getting out the old tape measure here. Yeah, so from where I'm at, where I'm sitting, to the edge of the desk is 80 centimeters. And like where my keyboard is now, that's 65 centimeters. So I can have it all the way here, basically. And that's close enough. Because I usually sit. Don't turn off, I am on it. You mean don't turn off Deva's life? Let's see. 65 centimeters. So it could I usually sit and like here. So if it is here, it's plenty. So it can be closer than I have now. And that should be plenty. Yeah. So, and they even, yeah, they show 32 inches screen. So that's quite wide. I don't think I'm ever gonna get it 32 inches. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Here. Okay, looks like a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Good luck for tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. I'm not going to be streaming for much longer. Just going to finish up looking into monitor mounts and all of that. And then I need to prepare the room here as well. I need to remove the microphone and the camera and this audio interface. I'll have to clean everything up because you can't have any devices in your room when you do the exam. So thank you, Lee. Hope to see you next time. And if not, I'll of course see you in Skool, in the Skool community. Always enjoy reading your comments and your presence. How are the Amazon reviews for this? Yeah, 15,000 ratings. 4.6 out of 5 stars. Wow. It's getting really good ratings. Yeah. Right, this is going to be it. And then next on my setup is going to be the mouse pad. That definitely needs improvement too. Well, that's something for the next time. Pretty happy about the streaming setup here. I'm now on the restream, so it's streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's working pretty well. Still saying excellent connection everywhere. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. Yep. So let's see what else does he have in his setup. History here.
I've chosen a countertop from IKEA called Colby.
I have an
It's
IKEA
affordable, even including a shipping cost in Japan.
desk as well.
This countertop 184 centimeter long, which gives me plenty of room to scatter my stuff. It's
So
also big enough for my
does he
wife
have a
and
mouse
I
mat?
to sit side by side. I've been spending
No, he doesn't
hours
even
and
use a mouse mat. That's the thing. My desk surface is a bit rippled, and I also don't like the sound of the mouse. I don't like to hear that sound. Like, even though I'm not much of a mouse user, I mean, of course you use the mouse all the time, and yeah,
my desk.
I really dislike hearing this sound. So I need some sort of mouse mat, and he doesn't use one because he's just coding in Vim all the time, like a Chad. But I will need to have some padding. What plan are you using in Restream? Yeah, just the free plan. It's free. Like, it's a little bit misguiding, because if I go to restream.io in a private window and you check out the pricing, yeah, it's free forever. But then it says stream in HD 720p. So I thought, oh, I can't use Restream because at least I want to do 1080p. But I figured out it's only for the Restream Studio. So I'm actually able to stream to 2 streams, to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And it's fine. So it's free. And it took a bit of messing around for it to work, but now it's working fine. Finally, I'm streaming to YouTube here with no error messages, and I'm streaming to Twitch, and I'm live and have no issues anymore there either. So yeah, it works really well and for free. So really cool that they offer that for free. Yeah, so he has the mic set up. That's basically all I'm gonna need, I think. Oh look, he does have a mouse thing. Look, here he has a bit of a pad under his thing. Chair, speakers, keyboard, mouse. Boom arm. No, so he didn't include that in his list here. That's okay. Well, maybe I will do some more streams on optimizing my desk setup. It's fun to research this and have you guys join me. But yeah, I am going to end the stream for today because I'm gonna clean up the room, prepare for the exam tomorrow. I used to stream study sessions. I was trying to use Asuster. Yeah, Restream is a good app. I was researching it a bit this weekend, and this is the option I ended up with. And if you just want 2 platforms and just stream in 1080p, then you're good to go with Restream. Works very well. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the exam tomorrow. And saying that, then I get a bit nervous. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling confident, like I said. I feel confident that I can pass. But it's always a tough one. You never know what you're going to get. But I get a free retake, and I think I should be okay. I feel confident about what I've done this weekend. So thank you for tuning in, guys. It was nice to hang out with you. I plan to do more streaming. I'm growing to like it much more. So hope to see you in the next one. Have a good Sunday evening.